the step to League One was like running up a hill, then the championship is a bloody mountain. With the lowest salary in the division and the budget matching that, did we have any chance to even survive? Freeze and loans, baby. Several came in, and while most wouldn't help us on the pitch, we did get upgrades at fullback. Get the hell out, Ben, as Simon Davi was our new starting left back. Romeo, oh Romeo, get out of this town, mate, as Calvin Ramsey took your place. I was stunned that I pulled this off, although him arriving injured may be the reason. Then technically not a free, but I spent 54k on this Czech center back, who I immediately pissed off for not signing another Czech player by the end of the window. We were forced into a sale, and that was Alex Matos to Frankfurt for at least 3.1 million. To replace him, we loaned in Michael Olakigbe from Brentford. Then, it was time for the Man City connection. Harrison Parker returned on a free transfer, and City allowed 2 free loans. A pair of strikers, both from Scotland, who may be too good for this division. Motherwell's born and bred Dean Martin, who scored a brace on his debut versus Middlesbrough. Finally, Bridge of Dawn's finest, Jordan Hanratty joined too. He was slowly implemented as our boy Max Woodcock shifted to right wing. Despite a boring debut in England's second tier, we remained undefeated in our first 6 fixtures. It was a nice surprise, especially when that included defeating our rival Stoke City at their house. Long may it continue.
Snap back to reality.
Watch your profanity.
A center of gravity.
It was a rough month, ending with Derby County. The playoff pain 2 seasons ago is etched in my memory, and we failed to get revenge. 2 goals for them prior to the half was sufficient, as Dean was our sole scorer. However, their manager Nigel Clough would resign before the new year. Not for some shady scandal, but instead to become North Macedonia boss? Going into October, a bunch of players came to my office door. To explain this, we have to go back to this summer. Since we are now a championship club, I guess several who have never earned a lot of money in their careers expected lavish wages, even after their percentage boost. I respect the work that they put in, but I didn't think they deserved over double what they made. However, it didn't help when Calvin Ramsey joined on the highest wage, only for Dane Scarlett's match highest earner clause coming into effect while sitting on a couch with a broken leg. That's why I forcibly loaned him out. Thank you, Sheffield Wednesday.
Oh, we're playing Sheffield Saturday.
Sheffield Wednesday, Saturday.
We got to play them twice in the same week?
Returning to the task at hand, the lads concerned were the ones I failed to give contracts to. I may have also promised them deals. Realistically though, all we have to do is win games. 4 of them agreed, but that wasn't the majority. It's a shame this had to be spearheaded by Hugo, making it easier to start the Scots over him. That was the best decision, with Hanratty grabbing a brace of assists in a triumph over Lincoln. Sorry, Tom. Unfortunately, with Sheffield United, they had a hot start after the interval, leading us to despair before playing a recently relegated side. It was the final match day of the 2027 season, and with a 1-0 lead over last place Blackburn, Brighton would stay in the Premier League. That was until a late penalty being awarded to the Rovers, which they slotted, sending the Seagulls down. That shock led to a sale of £200 million worth of players. They were still favorites to finish on top. Managed by Emre Belözoğlu, who I'm surprised they hired based on this list of controversies, I had to be cautious. Unfortunately, I forgot about their danger man, Dan James. Bought in the summer, he began a tirade. A free kick moments later, we used 2 players to mark 5 guys. So obviously they passed it there and made it 2. By the 22nd minute, Dan James was found again, making it 3-0. An absolute disaster class, giving us a true humbling. The second half was a better response, but we were basically playing a Premier League side. But there's always one guarantee in life, and that is, my friends, that is Max Woodcock scoring. Let's go! Brighton started sagging off, and as a wise philosopher once said,
If you sag off, your swag's off.
as UK Knight got us within 1. Been in the dump a long time ago. Martin. Woodcock! 3! The 3! The Woodcock effect, back at it. With all the momentum with us, we had a final attack late. But Bayless has it, dodges again. Martin. Last seconds. Cleared away. We're still fighting. Ramsey. We're still fighting. We don't give up. What are you doing? Regardless, a respectable result that turned our season around. smacking Swansea City at home, losing to Bristol City away. Wait, losing to Bristol City? Look, it's a championship. You're not going to win 11 games in a row, but 3 was more than doable. MK Dons and Watford being no match for Dean Martin. Blackpool though?
Let me talk to you.
That all led to Adam Ida completely embarrassing us. Man scored 30 by the end of the season, which had us sitting in a playoff spot. December used to be my least favorite month as a manager, but with Hogmanay coming up at the end of the year, our Scots from Manchester City leveled up. Versus Plymouth, we conceded early, but by the half, Dean Martin was able to even it up. Still, we were struggling to find a second. Until the 95th minute. Oh, here we go, win it. Reed, Martin. One more pass. Henratti. Boom! 95th minute winner! A Scotless win followed versus Birmingham, leading to Nottingham Forest. Another side relegated from the Premier League, the Scottish duo would do it again, each grabbing a goal to hand us a victory. Luton Town then saw Henratti open it up 7 minutes in. We don't talk about the rest of the fixture. Our historical rival Stockport weren't having the hottest of seasons. However, they made things difficult for us. Actually, we did that by conceding a pen. Joe Reed's equalizer was all that could be mustered, as we dropped more points. Like I said, it wasn't always perfect, but with our Boxing Day fixture with Plymouth again, this would be televised, and adding Woodcock to the Scottish porridge grabbed the attention of many. That, alongside a victory over QPR on the 29th, brought on Hogmanay. Table-wise, we sat in third, only 3 points behind the title challengers. I, of course, was getting plaudits as a manager, but my assistant Ryan Dicker was too, as he backed himself to become manager of Accrington. Alright, Colo, here's a pay increase to deal with the press conferences.
I don't speak Scottish yet.
The new year saw the same quality from Scotland's best. Dean Martin getting us past Sheffield United, and Henratti scoring versus Lincoln. Unfortunately, they equalized it late. With some FA Cup matches going on too, including Notts County, where they pushed us to a replay? Up 3-1, they scored in the 89th and 94th. Luckily, we easily won the replay, and Notts County's downfall continued to relegation. After another FA Cup win, we faced Brighton once more. They went up 2-0 within 36 minutes. Better than the previous attempt, and at least we scored before their third. Okay, they had to do it for us. Unfortunately, they would get that desired third. However, in the first of 8 minutes of added time, Academy boy Steve Dodds got us back in it. Can we pull off another 3-3 against Brighton? Another comeback. Woodcock, Dodds, Bayliss, Woodcock, Hugel. No! Pain. That was also the feeling of our two Man City Scottish strikers. Dean Martin got injured a day prior to this fixture, and Henratti got hurt during it. He would be out for a month. So it was the return of the Hugel-Woodcock connection. Not a good start to that. Transfers needed to be made. In defense, I bought Hairullah Arslan from Spartak Varna. An initial 350k price, he would later be labeled Arslan, the Bulgarian Barbarian. With a lack of Segundo Volante outside of Bayliss, I loaned Piero Quispe from Benfica, and while he can't play there, he'll learn. Finally, with the injuries, Woodcock couldn't be used at the wing, so the Armenian Artak Muradian was signed from Czech side Hradec Kralove. A steep price for us. In his debut, he didn't score, but Woodcock did with a 70th minute winner past Ipswich Town. The following week, we were down 2-0 to Hull City. It had been an agonizing game, seeing us miss some decent opportunities, including Ola Kigbe hitting the woodwork. He wouldn't miss his next chance. With all the momentum, we pushed into additional time, where Joe Reed's strike smacked the iron, but the ball bounced to Ola Kigbe for the equalizer. Not the result we wanted, but the intent was there. So, we meet again, Derby. With Dave Challinor as boss, the results haven't been great. That includes getting smashed by Cardiff 5-0 at home. Seemingly, it was going that way with us. Joe Hugel grabbed a brace by the half hour, and Bayliss added a third before the interval. Yet, they didn't give up. with Mainu making it interesting right after the restart. In the 79th minute, I began to sweat as Liam Thompson made it 3-2. Thankfully, the Czech guy to make Hanus happy and MJ both extended our lead, making Derby's third inconsequential. Finally, we smashed West Brom at home with our new signing grabbing a brace, the center back. Despite the injuries to the striking Scots, we remained in reach of automatic promotion with 12 fixtures remaining. Now, the 5th round of the FA Cup versus Manchester City. Now, they haven't been as dominant in comparison to the Guardiola years with Didier Deschamps as coach. Regardless, we had both Dean and Hanratty returning from injury to give us a chance. Ineligible, damn you England and your parent club rules. Luckily, Manchester City had decided to be lenient and not play stars like Foden, Haaland, or Bernardo Silva. They did decide to play Camavinga, who they bought for £300 million and are paying him nearly quintuple of what my team earns. Ignazio's here too. Now, I nearly forgot to change my approach to this match, which would have been moronic. Yet, it was City looking nervous off a corner as their former lad Ben Knight takes advantage of a mistake and is unopposed for the opener. We were impressive early on, with only the quality of the Citizens' back line keeping them alive. Then, prior to the half, corner kick, Ben Knight whipping it in again. It's 2-0! I couldn't believe it, but there was another 45 to play. Their attack, though, was mediocre, and we have Max Woodcock. Do you smell what the Woodcock is cooking? No, you don't, because it's offside. City's first sign of threat came from a corner in the 72nd minute, but just because they're underperforming doesn't mean they can't strike. On a counterattack, they did just that, making for a scary end to the game. Thankfully, the clock kept ticking.
And the referee's blowing the whistle. Miracles do happen.
We were off to the FA Cup quarterfinals in a result nobody expected. The dream of playing at Wembley was near, and all we had to do was battle against Brighton. They scored 3 goals on us again. Thankfully, we still have something to play for. Following the Manchester City masterclass, we won 2 on the bounce versus MK Dons and Bristol City. Unfortunately, before the Brighton elimination, we would lose to Watford at Vicarage Road. That was to their caretaker. In a few weeks, they would hire their 5th manager in as many seasons. Following the Seagulls, it was disappointment again, this time at the Riverside with Middlesbrough. 3 straight games scoreless, and our 2 City Scots were underperforming. Now, I'm not saying Manchester City told them to sandbag it after our triumph, but I'm just putting it out there. Maybe my theory has some merit. That's because Dean Martin started versus Cardiff City, and while we quickly went 1-0 up, it could have been 2, but Dean was offside. Less than a half hour later, he just stopped running and supposedly broke his toe by running for the ball? Not even contact with anything? An absolute shell of his former self with no goals since his first injury. We would go on to win, including Hanratty getting his first goal contribution following his recovery. Just don't get used to that. 7 matches remained, and promotion was separated by goal difference. Could we pull it off? Losing to Blackburn wouldn't help. Forest went 3 ahead, but we had 3 home games consecutively in preparation for them. Blackpool was the start of those matches. They were basically relegated, but our Czech defender Hanus had a terrible few sequences. He misses the ball not just once, but twice, leading to Blackpool's opener. Unfortunately, we couldn't muster anything on the offensive end as we were 45 minutes away from an embarrassing result. Not long past the interval, they nearly made it 2. Now, many players have it rough adapting to the next step, but none can be truer than Joe Hugo, the star of our League One title. Not only did he lose game time to players who didn't put in the same blood, sweat, and tears, when he did get starts, the results showed why he didn't deserve them. There was also that meeting. With his team needing goals, he did what he used to do so often, find the empty space and tap it in. But what about the forgotten Scot? If we want to fight for automatic promotion, Woodcock is pushing, he gets there first. Woodcock, Hugo, boom! A late goal gave us the dub. Forest would draw Brighton, leaving us a point behind, and with another stalemate occurring to Birmingham, we had a chance to go ahead in our match with Stoke City. Local rivalry or local beatdown? 5 in the first 45 and not much more needs to be said. The last spot was ours, and with another win the week after against Birmingham, our 1-point lead remained ahead of our 6-pointer and likely promotion decider. Nottingham Forest survived the Premier League for 5 years until their recent relegation, and with Vincent Kompany now in charge, they had a dangerous front three. Callum Hudson-Odoi on the right, Anthony Alenga positioned on the opposite side, with division's runner-up in scoring, Luis Suarez spearing ahead. 2 of them did not start. To begin, it was slow for about half an hour until Sani gifted us the lead. Or should have. Off the post! So close, but we'd regret it, as they soon came the other way, and a cutback was poorly parried by Klaassen, leading to their opener. Still, we were confident in ourselves, and Woodcock was found one-on-one, but he couldn't score either. With everything to fight for in the second, that wouldn't last, as Forest doubled their lead not long past the interval. The rest led to more disappointment, as our opponents earned the 3 points. Unless something ridiculous happens, we'll be participating in the playoffs. In the following match week, as dramatic as our triumph over Sunderland was, Forest won, meaning nothing changed. On the final weekend, they had West Brom, while we faced our historic rivals Stockport. In order to give ourselves a chance for promotion, we needed to relegate them. They scored first. Hugo would equalize it prior to the interval. Then, in the final 45, West Brom took the lead against Forest. I didn't even think of the permutations of them dropping points, but we needed to win. With 30 to go, I have to believe in him. Woodcock. Hugo. Let's go! No offside, Hugo gets his brace, we're back in the lead. And Nottingham Forest are losing. We could be getting promoted, lads. Maybe. Ooh, Nottingham Forest gets 1. If they get 1 more, it's over. It's Jover for automatic promotion. That's what we're going to do. Any last minute drama, we're playing till the 98th. We don't see anything. Is this it? Is this it? I don't even know the results right now. It doesn't say, congratulations, lads, we're promoted. We got the result we wanted. Are we promoted? Wait, what? Oh, goal difference. I forgot. Oh, I'm a fraud. I didn't realize it was goal difference. That's embarrassing. I should have been going for more goals, so we don't get promoted and Stockport get relegated. Oh, crap. Playoffs versus QPR. Like us, this wasn't expected, but with Lyndon Dykes up top, he paved the way for a fantastic campaign. Vladimir Pekovic's side was strong, but we hadn't lost to them this season. So part of me was already thinking of Wembley. Carrington, who's a dangerous player. Oh, wow, how did everyone miss that? And it's Dykes with the opener. We were bad on this day and we're at a slight disadvantage for the second leg. However, at home, this is where we thrive. It was a stronger start, with Hugo nearly equalizing the aggregate in the 3rd minute. 120 seconds later, a free kick from Ramsey leads to Davi laying it off to Woodcock. What we needed, and we would easily find a second. We just need to defend this long ball. How are we letting Lyndon Dykes in behind? Offside? This guy's not even that fast. Oh my gosh, now we have VAR. Back to square one. I'm sure they teach you that in Bulgaria. What is that? No, what is this? What the fuck? 2 goals seem difficult, but we've done it before. This is unacceptable. We beat them at home pretty easily, I'm pretty sure. No words needed, as we followed another playoff semi-final. Cardiff City would defeat QPR in the final, and on the same day as our playoff loss, Ryan Dicker had a date in Wembley to take Accrington Stanley to League One. They lost 3-0. Also, Klopp got sacked by Laporta. Laporta is chairperson of Liverpool.
Crew, can you go through your transfer dealings?
Of course. On freeze, we brought back Michael Olakigbe, signed this Arsenal Academy graduate, and brought Hook Laris from Fulham. On loan, Ashley Phillips joins us from Tottenham as a center half. Then, thanks to the sales of Alessio Cavallaro to Ipswich Town for $2 million, and our academy graduate Benito Shinks to Brighton for a very kind fee, some great guys came in. Dominic Thompson to rotate with Davi, costing about $1 million. Then, Etienne Camara to compete with Joe Reed. He roughly arrived for $220K.
It seems you failed to mention the record sale of Calvin Ramsey to Cardiff City. A massive outgoing, but you don't have a proper right back for the start of the campaign.
Sometimes finding the perfect man can be difficult, but I'm sure by the end of the window, we'll bring some Portuguese right back on loan and a man from Japan who is versatile in multiple positions.
Well, what about striker? Rumors say there is bad blood between you and your affiliate club, Manchester City. Is it true that they refuse to loan you a striker? Especially with Hanrati loaned to West Ham?
I don't think I need to say anything, but to be fair, they did allow Dean Martin to join. He refused. Good news is that they let us bring in Fernando Gomez. He can't play striker, but he's learning. Also, West Ham allowed us to borrow David Oliver, despite heavy interest from Monaco. Finally, another attacking option is Heo Young-min. He's a great lad and only cost us 950k. So where were they all at training?
What the fuck? My two starting strikers get injured before we start the season? Are you kidding me? Wait, what? August 6th? We're back to Hugo and Woodcock again.
19th in the season preview? Who do you think we are? Wrexham?
Oh, great view. Wow.
Ah yes, Yoshinari Nishikawa, welcome to the club. Oh, piss right off. Oh, wow. Oh, you just got here, man. Look, I need the injections right now, and I don't want to play Tom Booth in the championship. Actually, Woodcock, we can bring you off for Gomez. Oh, last minute, come on, guys, come on. I guess it depends when you ask. Here we go. Boom! Fernando Gomez! Mwah! From love with Argentina. Continue the injections. Oh, let's go. Bayless wins it back. Muradian, the Armenian. That's why we tell him to cut inside. Okay, we can leave him to the physios now. For now, we have Muhammadu Sar coming in for 5 months on loan. Oh, shib. Nelson, Willie Nelson. Oh, wow. Are we going to extra time? No. Offside. What penalties? What are they gonna do? Beat us? In front of the great stand of stairs and pillars. Stopped. Let's go. Sar does clear Yashin. Can you make a third save now, though? What a debut. It was 1-1 with Bristol City. Specifically after a few offside goals. Boo! No! Ref! That is fraudulent! Not ref. Linesman, what's your name? I don't care what your name is. Damn, his sleeve is offside. Whip it in. Wait. Reed, what do you see? Own goal? We take it. About to lose their first game of the season. Bristol, they've lost it. They've lost themselves. Oh, never mind. Knight takes it from Knight. Who's the real Knight? What the Burns? Oh, that's annoying. 6 to go, but we win the ball back. What is that header, man? Are you trying to give them the ball? Offside. Ref! That is offside! No! Knight. Prove who's the better Knight. Reed, what do you see? Knight! UK Knight. Hanu's hands in transfer request. Hold on. I want to see how many of their players are unhappy. Can this free kick turn into a winner? Davi. He's taking his time. Whipping it in. Phillips! Let's go. On loan from Spurs. He gets his first for the club. Fringe player isn't good enough to get playing time? That's what he gets. I bring in more physios. We get more injuries. Oh, this is what I get for playing gegenpressing. Let's go to Plymouth. We have Thompson, which he's alright. It's better than Imari Samuels. Up 2-0 versus Plymouth. This happened. Bruh, guys, what was that? Focus up. Hopefully the damage isn't as bad as it sounds. No! No! It might be the longest. Because we started this in November? Woodcock hat trick! But Woodcock, no, not a Woodcock hat trick, a Woodcock quadris. That deserves a handshake. So like 4 points within first place. It's within reach. Burnley still in the relegation zone. Let's go, Woodcock. Woodcock's not available. Is David Oliver back? Can he finally make his debut for the club? Per usual with Derby, this wasn't a normal game. All right, David Oliver on the pitch. Maximum Woodcock whips it in. David Oliver on his debut gets us back in it. Come on, win this header. And counter. Let's go, David. Oliver, Gomez, send it behind. Oliver. Onside? Let's go! What a debut from David Oliver. What was that kick? What the hell was that? Thompson! Why? Why no? Oh no. Who spells Luis with 2 L's? Luis? In the 84th minute against Sunderland, drawn 1-0. Oh no. No. Oh my. Thompson, man. Why? It's always you. It's okay though. Heyo. Boom! 3-2 from the South. Piss off, referee. Piss off. I'm so tired of these offsides. We'll encourage in the last 10 minutes. Someone did say about like 20 minutes ago, put a goalkeeper on the bench. Oh boy. I gotta accept a draw. No, not a corner kick, please, no. Okay, good. How do 2 of my keepers get injured in this season, man? So I gotta play Tom Booth for the next month. You haven't been making the best decisions lately, and we're struggling as a result. Again, you could have just told me that, 2 seconds ago, but it's good to, it's good to have these discussions. I think that was very productive, guys. Oh, crap, he's injured? Oh, piss off! Let's get him a game in the U21s today.
2 seconds later.
Good thing Clayson is back, my word. Another keeper injured. Oh, no. Win the ball back. Win the ball. He's surrounded. He was surrounded, lads. No! Piss off! Alright, let's see how we do against a tough Middlesbrough side.
3, 2, 1, go!
Piss off! It wasn't all bad though, as we get a late goal versus Coventry. A 3-2 lead against West Brom, however. Oh, that's why the pitch is slippery. Are you kidding me? Despite a lot of pain happening so far, we were still in a shot for promotion. The good thing was that none of the recently relegated sides were doing much of anything. However, in the FA Cup, we faced Manchester City again. Once more, they took us lightly, and we were able to push them into a replay. Not ideal since it happened 3 days before our match with Derby. Would it be worth it? No, they played Jamal Musiala against us, and Dean Martin scored. At least Wilcock can always say he scored against a team that signed a player for 300 million. 2 players actually. Derby County has turned things around. After sacking Challinor, they gave Stephen Presley an opportunity. Nevertheless, he's an ambitious man, whose team was being guided by Akor Adams, Iran Cashin, along with several names from their League One days. Like all the teams near the top, promotion wasn't expected, but not achieving it now would be a missed opportunity. Derby were applying a lot of pressure early, and with a controversial penalty awarded a quarter of the way through, they wouldn't go 1-0 up. Ball don't lie. By the half, we've been mediocre, but that means we can be better for the second. We weren't, conceding 5 minutes post the interval. I got a dose of deja vu, seeing flashbacks of the League One playoffs. But unlike then, pushing forward actually caused something to occur. Beautiful play off a throw-in led to a rather late equalizer. We'll take it, as we remain 6 undefeated in the league, and that run wouldn't stop. Consecutive clean sheets followed versus decent teams, including QPR, bringing forth a few January transfers. Due to Heo wanting to have a friend after moving from a city with over 2 million people, we signed Kim Min-ho for 750k, not a bad option at center back. Then, a few Portuguese prospects caught my eye, who joined for 3.4 million combined, although David would have to be loaned for work permit reasons. Finally, due to Hugo's unhappiness, and maybe realizing he isn't good enough, the icon will be leaving at the end of the campaign. So, we bought Omari Kellyman for 500k. A loan presence for others? Now, he's here to aid in our promotion. Bristol City, like Derby, were exceeding expectations. Sam Bell was their maestro, and Ryan M.A.E. being their linchpin. We were able to gain the lead prior to halftime, no thanks to a missed penalty. But post the interval, things went wrong. M.A.E. immediately equalized, and he was key a handful of minutes later. We would hit the bar, and later, lose the ball. Bristol countered, whipping it into their danger man, who nodded it to Mehmeti. A complete 180, and we struggled to dig ourselves out. With it approaching added time, a lifeline arrived, as Bristol's Langas would get his second yellow, sending him off. In response, I decide to make the already attacking 4-2-2 more so. We would claim possession and head it on down.
Passing in Swavin. What, Swavin? Wait, what a mistake by O'Leary. Jose gets his first goal for the club on his debut. Let's go.
An acceptable result, which was followed up by a few tight victories. That included a 97th minute winner against Plymouth from David Oliver. Since his injury, he provided a nice spark and aided in results over MK Dons. Blackburn, however, wasn't his game. Blackburn Rovers were fighting for promotion. They were recently relegated with Brighton and Nottingham Forest, but were the sole side to stay down. Their hope was to return on their second attempt, but after this game, that dream may have died.
The South Korean wonder.
A reason why I like playing the South Korean at left wing is because he's taller than any fullback, so a lot of opportunities arrived at the far post.
Bayless, Hale? Again? Ho-ho! This man is on fire! What a performance. Oh, can he make it 4? No, but he gets an assist. 4-0 for Crewe. 3 goals and an assist for Hale. Wait. 4 first half goals for Hale, and he does a cartwheel. Oh my. 5? Oh my day. Hale's having the match of his career.
His performance shadowed what could have been a nasty time for us. Clausen got injured again. With Sar's loan not being able to be renewed, I thought surely the Norwegian wouldn't get a fresh new injury. I was wrong. And since Tom Booth is still recovering from an ACL tear, I had to use a youth academy keeper, and the best was Graham Smith. He wasn't good, but thanks to Hale's dominant performance and the Rovers continuing to be atrocious, 8 goals will be enough, as I'd hate to be Blackburn. Maybe it was overkill, and while we matched a record, karma must be a Blackburn supporter, as we should have saved some of those goals in the following fixtures. Versus Swansea, they clearly had shoot on sight on Graham Smith, as Cooper banged the opener. A couple minutes later, Hugo Novoa's shot deflected in. On the other side, Swansea had Lafont. We had to go through a freaking obstacle course in order to get within 1. Sadly, due to a couple attacking injuries and Lafont balling out, our 14-match undefeated run ended. With 9 matches remaining, we were in an automatic spot, but I've seen this story before. Remember how I mentioned last season that Watford were on their 5th manager? They're now on their 7th. For good reason, as they're basically heading down. Despite maintaining a lead, the match wasn't simple, with the Hornets getting close several times. I suppose we were complacent, as a routine header was completely missed, leading to the equalizer. Into the final 10 minutes, the hunt was on for a winner, but somehow, we were the prey, with Watford finding it themselves. Where was the passion? Another relegated side gave us problems. This time, a 0-0 draw with Portsmouth. That lost our desired spot, although we had a game in hand later in the campaign. The fall-off was looking real as we were level with Huddersfield, but this corner put a stop to that, with help from a deflection. How the smallest of touches can change your momentum. 5 was scored not just against Luton, but Birmingham as well, each seeing Kellyman grabbing a brace. That put us back into 2nd before our game in hand versus Stoke City. Can we do it on a cold and rainy night? A win jumps us 4 points clear of Ipswich, and Stoke would hand it to us. With how they played, 2 was all I needed, as promotion was getting near. Middlesbrough though, unlike Stoke, had something at stake. Currently in a playoff spot, their dreams could be shattered with bad results. That sucks for them, as they scored 3 in the first half. Despite Woodcock's best effort, our 4-point lead over Ipswich dropped to 1, and on the penultimate match day, we hosted them. Vladimir Pekovic decided to ditch QPR for another chance at promotion with the Tractor Boys. It was a move that was paying off, and Ollie Steele's opener put them in 2nd. Temporarily. Seriously though, what were we doing? It was only a slight bump, as our opponents got a little unlucky with a tackle as Heo took advantage. We continued the pressure.
They can't do anything but score set pieces. Here we are, Heo, Ola Kigbe. Boom! Back in the lead, back in 2nd.
Maintaining the score confirms our dream, and a draw keeps it in our hands.
Bayless. Oh, Bayless, you lose the ball so often in bad areas, man. At least what I've noticed recently. Okay, Kim Min-ho win. Nishikawa, no!
Questionable decisions continued to hinder us, as a throw-in led to a
penal? How are all the cheesiest things happening against me right now? Greenwood stepping up. He hits the post! He hits the post!
I was thinking of going defensive, but no. We need to win.
Here we go. Reed, what do you see? Davi to Heo. Great game so far. Oh, almost. Oliver will come on soon. Woodcock. Oh, Woodcock.
It didn't look like it was on the cards.
Woodcock. So close. Heo! Let's go! Oh, the man of the moment. Heo Young Min makes it 3-2 Crewe.
Time was wasted, and the ref blew his whistle as we were promoted to the Premier League. What a way to earn it. And while it would have been convenient to do it last year, the goal was still reached. In this end of season run, Tom Bayliss was on fire, grabbing 7 assists in the last 6 fixtures. That led to him earning the award for the best player in the championship. But not in the team this season? David Oliver would receive the rookie award, but he wasn't the only one of our loanees who excelled. Ashley Phillips was incredible, outside of a small period. Goal scoring wise, again, it wasn't just Oliver, as Heo Young Min grabbed 16 himself and assisted 7. Can't forget about Woodcock either, who got 10 himself. It was a grueling 10 months, with 4 clubs earning the point total that would have earned promotion last year. The 2 forced into the playoffs wouldn't join us. Blackburn, who received that 8-2 humbling, used that as motivation, going undefeated for the remainder of the campaign, returning to the Premier League. That means none of the relegated clubs are going back. Even crazier, Spurs won a trophy.